How Game of Thrones cast really feels about the show's controversial finale that made fans angry. It has been years since Game of Thrones bid us a painful goodbye. The pain wasn't just about the ending, but the tornado of half-baked storylines and disservice to major characters. Viewers also had mixed feelings about the long night episode and finale, titled The Iron Throne, which clearly missed the mark and got 4 out of 10 IMDb rating. People have been furious over Daenerys Targaryen's death as well. Suffice to say, the fandom is still not over the underwhelming final season and has been demanding a remake of the 8th season. Amid all this, how does the cast of Game of Thrones perceive the show's end? While acknowledging its legacy in television history, they have addressed the rushed nature of the last season. Here's what the stars have said about the finale that infuriated fans. 1. Jon Snow, Kit Harington. In the finale, Jon Snow, plays by Kit Harington, is exiled to the Night's Watch for murdering Daenerys Targaryen. Initially, in 2019, Kit correctly prophesied that the Game of Thrones fandom would be divided over the ending of the show. He even called it disappointing. However, he later defended the finale by saying, "Critics spend half an hour writing about this season and make their judgment on it. In my head, they can go themselves, because I know how much work was put into this." But recently, he candidly shared his actual thoughts on the flawed finale, which happened due to exhaustion from the lengthy run of the show. "I look at pictures of me in that final season and I look exhausted. I look spent. I didn't have another season in me," Kit said. However, he believes that there was no other alternative to end the series. 2. Daenerys Targaryen. Emilia Clarke. One of the biggest blows in the finale of Game of Thrones was the killing of the Dragon Queen, Daenerys Targaryen. In the Iron Throne episode, Daenerys riding Drogon burns down the entire King's Landing, including the Red Keep, in a bid to claim her ancestral right. Fans found the change in Dany's character drastic. Emilia Clarke, who played Daenerys, admitted that when she read the script she was flabbergasted. However, mulling over the seasons, she could understand Dany's actions. Emilia stated that many points in the show led up to her becoming the Mad Queen. However, she would always stand by Daenerys and didn't feel sorry for Jon Snow. 3. Cersei Lannister. Lena Headey. Lena Headey brilliantly embodied Cersei Lannister on screen. However, the actress had mixed feelings regarding the end of her Game of Thrones character. Cersei died beside her brother Jaime Lannister under the crumbling Red Keep. Headey told Entertainment Weekly, "I wanted her to have some big peace or fight with somebody." Headey said she wished a better death for Cersei, but she found her dying next to Jaime very poetic, adding, "They came into the world together and now they leave together. It's maybe the first time that Cersei has been at peace." 4. Jaime Lannister. Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. One of the finale plots over which the fans were enraged was Jaime Lannister, played by Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, leaving Brienne of Tarth and Winterfell behind to join Cersei. His character was least liked in at the beginning of the show, but over the years, he showed that the world is gray, and so is he. Nothing is perfectly moral or evil. Fans rejoiced when Jaime left Cersei to fight for the living, thinking that Jaime was finally free of her poisonous claws. Waldau explained Jaime's baffling choice in the finale. "The core of him has always been Cersei," Waldau said. He explained that Jaime's duty was complete after fighting for the living, so he went back to the oath he made to Cersei that it would be the two of them against the world. 5. Tyrion Lannister. Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage's Tyrion Lannister won everyone with his words and wisdom. Managing to survive as the only Lannister, he also became Hand of the King to Bran Stark. In an interview with Vulture in 2018, Dinklage said Tyrion had a very good conclusion. He also further claimed the show ended brilliantly, and it was better than his imagination. The actor also said, "It ends beautifully for my character, whether it be tragic or not." 6. Sansa Stark. Sophie Turner. In the finale, Sansa was named Queen in the North after a very long journey of empowerment and growth, which according to actress Sophie Turner was the perfect ending for her, as the North is the only place that she really truly feels safe, and it's where she is most capable of ruling. Sophie approached Sansa's development with pride and said, "Her power was in her silence. It was only when she got her power back at Winterfell that she became a leader and got her revenge. She's smart and manipulative and learned from the best." 7. Arya Stark. Maisie Williams. Arya Stark was always a stubborn character. With almost all the names struck off her list of people she wanted dead, Cersei Lannister was the last remaining name. However, the Wild Wolf chose to leave the Red Keep while it was crumbling on the Hound's advice. Maisie Williams, who played Arya, was disappointed with her character's choice. She thought it was very unlike her. She said, "I wanted Arya to kill Cersei, even if it means she dies too. Even up to the point when Cersei's with Jaime, I thought, he's going to whip off his face and reveal it's Arya, and they're both going to die." However, the young actor was satisfied as her character went to explore what's west of Westeros. "It's not a Game of Thrones ending for Arya. It's a happy ending," Maisie said. 8. Bran Stark. Isaac Hempstead. Right. Isaac Hempstead. Right, who played Bran Stark, was thrilled with his character ascending the throne after losing his mobility and so many family members. "I find it an extraordinary character arc to see him go from a vulnerable character, totally dependent on others, to the one person who holds all the keys to understanding the world. Bran becoming king is a victory for the still and considered people of this world, who too often get sidelined by the commotion of those who are louder and more reactionary. To end Game of Thrones with uncertainty is perhaps the most honest way to end a story so vast and complex." 9. Robb Stark. Richard Madden. Richard Madden played the role of Robb Stark in the early seasons of the series. He was a beloved character whose tragic end was shown in the devastating The Red Wedding episode. While Madden is grateful to Game of Thrones, it seems he left it all behind once his character was killed. When asked about the finale, he said, "I've been busy running about, doing things, so I've not had the chance to. But it's been spoiled quite a few times for me already." It is still unclear if the actor has finally watched the series finale. 10. Brienne of Tarth. Gwendoline Christie. Many viewers were disappointed when Bran the Broken was crowned King of the Seven. Brienne of Tarth felt otherwise. The actor said, "I was so delighted when I learned that Bran was going to rule Westeros because I just love that someone who is not at all interested in ambition and power is placed in a position of power. I also love that it was the most unlikely candidate, and that's been one of my favorite themes in the show when the most unlikely people triumph." However, Gwendoline was devastated for Brienne when Jaime left her for Cersei. Brienne eventually became the commander of Kingsguard. She reflected on the character arc. "She goes back to work because she always loves work. That feels refreshing. A woman can be happy without a companion. Women don't have to be defined by their partner, and that's good." 11. Khal Drogo. Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa, who played the fierce warrior Khal Drogo of the Dothraki in early seasons of Game of Thrones, was quite upset with the treatment of his love interest from the show, Daenerys, at the end. While he didn't mention the uproar over the finale, he took to Instagram to share how unhappy he was with the fate of some characters. Momoa showed his anger over Jon Snow killing the Queen of Dragons and said, "I feel lost. I'm lost. What the f***? Drogon should have fucking melted Jon Snow's 12. Lady Melisandre. Carice van Houten. While Carice's character, Lady Melisandre, died in the Long Night, she felt very positive about the show's end. The entire fandom was furious over the finale, but Carice said she loved the fact that the entire Iron Throne was melted away by Drogon. She said, "The whole thing was gone. I really loved it, and also the randomness of talking about who's going to be king. The silliness of it was very smart. I thought, this is what life is. Some Dumbo can become president."